Yesterday we talked about women and hair loss, and this morning we want to continue to talk about hair, and specifically, what does your hair say about your health?
And this is interesting because one of our producers actually shared how her stylist figured out that she was under stress by the way that her hair looked. So what's the telltale sign here? Well, let's get some answers this morning. Syreeta Scott, master stylist and owner of Duafe Holistic Hair Care. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
And also we have joining us Dr. Nas, as I like to call her, a board-certified dermatologist at Thomas Jefferson Hospital. So first let's start with the fact that your hair can be a sign. Why is it that your hair can tell what's going on with your health?
Oh, your hair can tell. How I can tell someone's not eating enough vegetables, drinking enough water, is simply by how brittle it is. How it always has a dull cast to it, no matter how much product I put on it. And how easily it is just for shedding, combing your hair just through the comb. You can really tell simply by asking a handful of questions. How much water is someone drinking? How often are they exercising? How are they relieving their stress?
So why is our hair telling on us, Dr. Nas?
Well, a lot of times, like with stress, if someone has a really stressful event, it can shift your body from a growing phase to a resting phase. And then 3 months later, all that hair will shed and you'll lose clumps of hair. We see that if someone has a really stressful event, after delivering a baby, after an illness.
So stress is a big thing. We'll start with some of the reasons and why we're doing it. But not just stress that you're going through, also the stress literally, physically on your hair?
Yes, some people choose hairstyles. They commit to the same hairstyle. And that hairstyle is doing horrible things to their hair and their thickness.
For example, high ponytails or something?
High ponytails, extensions, weaves.
Processing.
Yes. Those things create that level of tension that you really have to be mindful. If you have less hair going into a hairstyle, just be mindful. You can't wear the same hairstyle all the time. Your hair cannot take that level of stress. So I normally say, if you're going to do extensions, give it a break. Have a respite. Have a moment where you're not putting the tension on.
And how long of a break? Because, you know, a lot of us women, we have our style. We want to keep it, and we just want to keep going.
And that's the challenge. People are keeping their braids in too long, their extensions. So you should only keep your braids in for no more than a month and a half, unless you go back to the hair salon and do a little touch-up or refresh around the edges. Those areas that really need tending to.
And the same goes for men as well. I mean, this is where stylist plays a factor here. They can actually say, you know what, you need to stop this for a while, and there are things that we can do to help you out, right? To nourish the hair back to health.
So all you hear from me is pay attention to yourself. Check in. Check in. Because you definitely have to make sure that you are your own advocate.
Let's talk about pregnancy, because I know you mentioned that, Dr. Nas. Don't they say, because a lot of women say, oh, it's natural, it just comes with it, and it'll grow back. Is it that simple?
It does grow back. So after you deliver, there's this postpartum hair loss. 3 months after you deliver a baby, you lose a ton of hair. It comes out in clumps. But the good news is that over time, after several months, the hair does come back.
Okay, and here's an example. This is Toya Wright from her Instagram, where she showed, oh, look at, her edges.
So what is it? Is it the hormones? What's
it's
actually
the shock
affecting?
To your body, It's the shock that shifts it from a growing phase to a resting phase. And normally we have about 10% of our hair in the resting phase. When you have this condition, telogen effluvium, you shift 30% of your hair to that resting phase. So then you have clumps coming out.
And when you say resting phase, is that just everything's all right? Or what is the resting phase?
So the resting phase is that in 3 months, those hairs are going to fall out.
Okay.
What about when it comes to high blood pressure? A lot of people suffer from high blood pressure. That can play a factor in your hair as well.
Or diabetes.
It can. I can see somebody, if they come to my hair salon, Duafe, I can see what kind of medication that they're on, simply by how their hair feels. You see the texture, you see the thinness, you feel how brittle it is. After some time of them coming, it's nothing you can do to offset it. So I'm always stressing to our clients that please drink your water, please talk to your doctor, see if there's any way that you can get off of it. Sometimes these are lifestyle diseases. We're eating too much processed food, drinking too much water. That is why it's imperative. If you feel like forgive me, women come in and they come to us at the end of or at areas of their time where nothing we can do about it. Please come in for free consults at Duafe so at least we can get in front of the trauma of not having your hair.
Can you also do vitamins? Will that help at all?
Vitamins
If
do.
you know you're going to go on a certain medication that might affect your hair?
Yeah, but vitamins like biotin help with hair growth.
Okay.
Is it true your hair changes every 7 years? Is that a thing?
Everything changes.
Everything changes. Oh, yeah. Believe me, I know. Right? And not your vision, you know.
Yes, things change, but yes, it does your body.
But sometimes it's not too late. You just need to have
It's
that
never
conversation.
too late. It's never too late. And thus, this is a new year. This could be a part of your New Year regimen. Taking good care of your hair, taking good care of your body, taking good care of yourself.
Are you looking at things you can possibly do to me?
No, your hair looks fabulous. I'm looking at your hair like, oh, how amazing. It lays so properly.
And it doesn't even move. It's amazing. Those 4 strands
It
stay
doesn't
right
move
in
at all.
place.
It's amazing. You're
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Okay,
Oh, as they
that's
zoom
enough.
in.
Appreciate
Oh,
it.
no.